I could not foresee this thing happening to you. Come on, I wanna see it painted, painted black. What's good, YouTube? It's been a hot minute, huh? Well, I've been, you know, in the city that never sleeps. Right when it decided to pass out. You know, last year I was living out in Munich. I was hating it. I was not fitting in. I told you guys this, blah, 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 fast forward. So I decided January 1st, 2020, new year, new me, New York. Ooh, this is nice. This is what I thought life was gonna be when I moved to New York City. Instead, what it ended up being was a whole lot of that. Now, you guys don't really know what I've been trying to accomplish, right? Because I haven't been on YouTube for a while. But what I decided to do in the meantime, because New York rent is mad expensive and you can't just afford that off a YouTube budget, I decided I would start doing Ivy League admissions consulting. And so I've been building up my business on the side. Sorry to a few of you guys who have maybe gotten sales calls from me. I've been really learning how to be a better salesperson. And at first I used to think like fear tactics were the way to go. But anyway, so I started building up my business. Everything was going great. In January and February, I was like, you know, getting out every single day, meeting somebody new. You know, everything was just like really working. And I haven't told you guys this yet, but the reason I was so excited about that in part is because, you know, not only was I isolated in Munich, but also Z1 and I were having like a super tough time in our relationship. We kind of had like a whole toxic thing going on. And so what happened was we broke up. We broke up in January after about 2.5 to 3 years. And I'll tell you guys more about that in a different video. This isn't for this video, but like, what I really needed at that time was human interaction and connection, because I had just lost my best friend in the world, and I also needed to see some success on the business front, because, you know, when you're never succeeding and you don't have human connection, you just feel like super stagnant. But then, you guys, I was doing it. I was living large, I was doing well, I was killing it. And then like coronavirus just swooped in and changed everything. Starting over. I kind of feel like noob status. I keep having to relearn how to YouTube. You don't use it, you lose it. But anyway, so I was like devastated after the breakup. I was crying every single day in January. But also, you guys, I just watched that movie Joker, and the laugh I just did right there, which was like totally inappropriate for like the level of seriousness, that kind of reminds me of how he would laugh all the time at really inappropriate moments. Yeah, but so I was crying all the time. But you know, one of my #1 priorities in life, more than any accomplishment I want, more than any accolade, is to like have a really strong romantic relationship with like my best friend / lover. And so I'm going hard on finding that. You know, they say you can't hurry love, you just have to wait, but like, I don't agree with that. I've been, you know, swiping or tapping on Hinge nonstop since I got here. I think I've went on like, you know, I think I've gone on like 13, 14 dates. I can't really remember anymore. I should do another video on that too. But anyway, so things were going hot. February, I was doing well. I was working out a lot. I got my six-pack back. Life was looking up. And then boom, Miss Rona hit. Man, you guys, Miss Rona, she's got a personality. And it just stopped everything, right? And so the city that I came to, where literally everyone I was meeting was like me, was ambitious, excited, just like super pumped about everything, nobody was meeting up anymore. So I was paying, and I still am paying, crazy expensive rent prices, you know, to live in a super expensive city without the perks of being here. And if you think like, man, wow, you couldn't have chosen a worse time in history, then man, you'd be right. It's been really interesting because I've been trying to power through and just keep doing work, but you guys, as humans, we are like these social beings, right? And if we don't have that social connection in some form or another, it's like we just can't function at our highest capacity, you know what I mean? Like we're just meant to be around other people. You know, I was reading this, I don't know if you guys are liking this like off the cuff talk, but who cares anymore? I'm in New York and I can do what I want. But I was watching this like TED talk or some kind of video about what happens when they put humans in isolation. You know, when you put a human in isolation, that human literally starts to like question its own existence. You know, so we as a species are not meant to live, you know, in these small New York apartments, not talking to anybody, which by the way, my roommate just flew out today, so I'm officially alone now in a 5-bedroom apartment. Was supposed to have 4 roommates, they were all lovely, and now I'm living like a queen in a kingdom filled with 0 subjects. This is sounding really depressing, but anywho, so my moral of my story is like, dude, this time's kind of tough right now. And I know, oh, it's getting really dark. And I know one of the tough things about it for me was that I was like literally dating this guy on Hinge who was non-stop like accomplishing things, and I just looked at it and I was feeling like, oh my god, I'm doing nothing, you know? And I think we gotta just go a little bit easier on ourselves. And maybe also, instead of going a little bit easier on ourselves, maybe sometimes it is good to just swallow our feelings and, you know, power on anyway. That's not normally a message I give, but, you know, man, things aren't going well. So I'm about to do a month worth of a fake it till you make it challenge, and I'm just gonna see if that turns life around, because I don't really know how else to approach this. I mean, I have a couple options. I could, one, you know, get super cheap apartments here and have them like essentially rent locked or like rent stabilized or whatever people call that rent stuff for about like a year and a half. But that's taking a big risk, right? That's like, do I want to keep living this life in New York where I'm just going on casual walks every single day and not interacting with people? Or I also have the option to go back to Wisconsin, be with my parents for maybe 2 months and come back maybe in September when hopefully things are starting back up again. Hopefully. I mean, do we know? No, we don't know. We don't know. Will there be a second wave? Who knows? But I'm not super keen right now on paying New York prices without the New York experience. But I'm also not super keen on leaving New York because it's the first place where I feel like personality-wise, I've just fit in completely. Like almost every single person I meet here, I fit in completely. So, I don't know. Decisions, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Probably run. Probably. This is fun. I haven't done this in a long time with you guys, but it's fun to get back to the channel. So yeah, I'm gonna do a month of a fake it till you make it challenge. I'm coming back to YouTube, and also I'm gonna keep pounding out my Ivy League consulting business, which you guys, if you want Ivy League consulting help, you know, go check it out. Link in the description, yo. Oh, it's been a long time since I've said that, and you know it's been a long time since I've said in a while. Oh god, maybe I'm not gonna do it in the dark. It's been a long time since I said, that's all, I'm yes or no. Click like and subscribe and something about that button, and oh god, I actually forget what I'm supposed to say. But I'll see you later, crocodile. Peace. That is sad. That is very sad. No.